Since planting tomatoes this way, my yield has literally doubled. I prepared tomato seedlings. Tomatoes are planted when the frost has passed and the temperature reaches 15 degrees Celsius. Let's go planting. Tomatoes are planted in loose, fertile soil, slightly acidic to neutral pH reaction, 6 to 7. I make a deep hole, 25 centimeters deep. Tomatoes are not planted shallowly. I put a pinch of wood ash in the hole. Wood ash contains potassium for better fruit. I add a pinch of coffee grounds. Coffee grounds contain nitrogen for better plant growth. I add finely chopped banana peel. It contains potassium and micronutrients, responsible for stronger flowering. I do not put the root directly on the natural fertilizer. I will cover it with a thin layer of soil. I pour water into the hole so that the root penetrates deep. I will remove the lower leaves because I plant the seedlings deep. I put the seedling in the hole. Not upright, I'm going to skew it a little bit. I will pour the soil on the root and stem of the tomato. The tomato plant will root on the side of the plant, and that means more food, higher yield, and better fruit. I will lightly press the soil so that there are no air pockets. Water the tomatoes at the root. Do not wet the sheet unnecessarily. It seems as if I buried the tomato, but this way it gets twice as strong roots and bigger fruit. If you like the video, leave me a heart in the comment and a like. Thanks, friends!
Ever since I planted the cucumber like this, it grows faster and produces much more fruit. Cucumber seedlings are planted when the temperature exceeds 18 degrees Celsius without frost. Let's plant cucumber seedlings. Cucumber seedlings are planted in loose, fertile soil rich in humus. Slightly acidic to a neutral reaction. pH values 6 to 7. I make a hole 15 to 20 centimeters deep and wider than usual planting. I put fresh leaves in the hole. You can also put grass clippings. Fresh leaves or grass warm the soil and retain moisture. I cover with a thin layer of humus. I pour water because I want to get moisture in the root zone. I need a plastic bottle, which I drilled on one side in several places near the bottom. I place the cucumber seedling upright in the hole. I put a perforated plastic bottle in the hole next to the plant. I turn the drilled side towards the root. Press gently around the plant so that there are no air pockets. I will fill the bottle with water. In this way, the plant gets moisture exactly where it needs to be, in the roots. Water every 2 to 3 days as needed. Warm soil, constant moisture, and direct nutrition. That's why the cucumber grows faster and produces more fruits this way. Once in 10 days, I water with nettle solution. It provides additional nitrogen and potassium for growth and fruiting. If you like the video, leave me a heart in the comment. Thanks, friends.
Since planting peppers this way, my yield has literally doubled. And no, I don't plant it like everyone else. I have prepared a pepper seedling, and I am going to plant it. Peppers are planted in loose, fertile soil, slightly acidic to neutral pH. I make one bigger hole and a smaller one in the middle. I add a pinch of wood ash to the smaller hole. Wood ash contains potassium for better fruiting. I add a pinch of coffee grounds, which contains nitrogen for better growth. And I add a pinch of crushed eggshell, which contains calcium, against rotting. I cover the ingredients with a thin layer of soil. I pour water into the hole and wait for the soil to absorb the water. In wet, loose soil, the root goes down. It will not stay shallow. In the same way, I make another hole at a distance of 40 centimeters. And I repeat the procedure. Do not plant peppers upright. Plant it diagonally at a slope of 10 degrees. In this way, the pepper will develop a stronger root, a stronger stem, and give a higher yield. I will fill the earth so that there are no air plugs. And this is how I will plant the rest of the pepper seedlings. Once every 7 days, I water with natural nettle fertilizer. Most gardeners feed peppers from above. I feed it at the root. That's why it grows stronger and gives a higher yield. Watering goes to the root zone. The sheet does not get wet unnecessarily. If you like the video, leave me a heart in the comment and a like. Thank you, friends.